Joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. Inside, Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I mean, with his height and size, stopping Valanciunas just isn't an option sometimes. What a jam.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel, oh, big finish. Wow.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah, one of the better dunks we've seen from Barrett. My goodness.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Moments ago, Greg Popovich and I were able to chat, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that.
I like it. An old school five. Jonas primarily does his scoring close in.
Thybulle on the wing. Pass to Castle. Isaac, right side. It's Bridges on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
And Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Pass to Isaac. Looking to end the run. Cleveland again missing.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
Down low. Here's Valanciunas. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Castle. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Pass to Christie. Over Castle. Christie's shot is off.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
And stolen by Suggs. The three, Barrett. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Cleveland trails by 8. Screen by Embiid. Pass to Isaac. Here's Castle. Here's Embiid. Over to the left wing. There's the three. Goes up with it again. And the layup is up and in.
Hammering the offensive glass. Embiid putting that big size to use.
From deep, Mobley. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Castle. Yep, that one's good.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points, closer in to the hoop.
Valanciunas sets a screen to the inside. Outside Barrett. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Cleveland trails by 10. Pass to Thybulle. It's Bridges on the wing. Back to Thibault. Three-pointer. Rebound by San Antonio. Suggs surveys the D. Here's Christie. Pass to Barrett. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Bridges outside. Off target from three-point range.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Pass to Mobley. The rebound by Embiid. Cleveland trails by 12. Here's Isaac. Christie with a rebound. Suggs left side. Barrett. Valanciunas with it. Lets it go from deep. Unable to get that one. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Here's Castle. Well, he's now 2 for 7 after that bucket.
Yeah, and Castle displayed that soft touch in college as well. His floater game is polished for a young guy.
Pass to Valanciunas. Mobley with it. Valanciunas down low. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense.
The visiting team.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Here's Castle. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Embiid. Pass to Castle. Back to Embiid. The three is up. Sends it home from three-point land. Embiid's got 7 points here in the quarter. Out to the right wing. Now here's Bagley. Nails the 16-footer. And the Spurs lead by 7.
That's great anticipation and accuracy by Mobley to set up his teammate.
Bridges outside. From downtown. Rebound by San Antonio. They held a 12-point lead earlier. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. Outside Johnson. Pass to Bagley. Over Thibault. Nice move. And Bagley with the lay-in. And it's an 11-point San Antonio lead.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Here's Castle. Can't connect from short range. And here's Drummond. Second chance shot. Fires for three. Castle misses.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Bagley. Out to Mobley. Pass to Abaji. They grab their own miss. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
On offense, here is San Antonio. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Mobley up top. Pass to Johnson. Right at the free throw line. Drummond grabs the miss. Cleveland trails by 13. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Isaac. Rebound San Antonio.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And here's Bagley. Nice D from Bridges. 1:24 left to play in the half. For three, Mathurin. On target from range. Matherin's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, tricky move by Mathurin, showing us how effectively he can run the pick and roll.
First team. Substitution on court.
Pass to Abaji. To the middle. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
And Cleveland making a change here. San Antonio shooting their first free throw this game. Cleveland trails by 13. Here's Black. Pass to Mathurin. Drummond with the screen. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And that one's good. Bagley.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
30 seconds left in the first half. Left side Warren. Beyond the arc. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Such a confident scorer. We've seen Warren go off for 50+ in a game.
Left side Johnson. Back to Bagley. It's hauled in by Black. Here's the teardrop. And so it's Marvin Bagley making highlights for San Antonio. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Cleveland trails by 10. Here's Castle. To the paint. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Embiid's got 11 points.
Look, inside, Embiid just has all the tools for success. The height, the power, and more importantly, the tenacity.
Here's Johnson. He's scoreless. Valanciunas.
The defensive instincts of Embiid, his focus and commitment on this end is impressive. Go ahead, big fella, throw it down. Mobley showing off that incredible bounce.
Richard, no doubt about the upside of Evan Mobley. What's his best position, you think, though?
Defensively, he can guard 1 through 5. He is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every single year. But offensively, unless he improves his three-point shot, he is most likely going to be more of a 5. If he wants to play the 4, he's got to be able to stretch it from 3.
Count it.
Operating the pick and roll like a seasoned vet already. Castle just taking what he sees open up.
Back to Suggs. It's Barrett on the wing. Stolen by Bridges. Pass to Castle. Screen by Embiid. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
In transition, here they come. Suggs with the bucket.
Yeah, fantastic focus from Suggs. Showing toughness fighting through the contact.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Castle. And out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
San Antonio leading by 12. Mobley deciding where to go with it. Pass to Valanciunas. The baseline J. 18 feet out. Mobley, no good. Cleveland trails by 12. Here's Embiid. Ooh, look at Embiid converting it close.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
Bridges, right side. Fires the 3. He drops it from range. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Thibault. Here's Castle. He has 6. The shot comes out.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Pass to Valanciunas. Embiid brings a double team. Mobley. Oh, rejected by Isaac.
We talk about Isaac's reach often, and they're using it to send the shot back.
Lets a floater go. Castle misses. San Antonio leading by 11. Valanciunas with it. 10 points for him. Inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I mean, night in, night out, Valanciunas is a player you rely on. Again, he's piling up the points.
And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul.
First team.
And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Cleveland again missing.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Hits the trifecta. Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
To halt the run. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And San Antonio hits again from deep.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
.35 seconds left in the third quarter here. Drummond with the screen. Three-pointer Mathurin knocks down the long J. Mathurin's got 6 points.
Big-time scores like Mathurin. I mean, they answer you back.
Jackson for three. Drummond grabs the miss. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game now. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Shooting two.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. Eight seconds left in the third quarter. Mobley outside. Oladipo's got space. And so the San Antonio Spurs going into the break up 12. And then
The visiting team, 37.
and we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. San Antonio leading by 12. Oladipo double team. Pass to Christie. Oladipo outside. Offensive rebound. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First personal foul.
Cleveland trails by 12. Here's Castle. Pass to Bridges. Down low. Here's Castle. Now here's Embiid. He's covered by Bagley. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Screen by Embiid. Here's Castle. San Antonio with a rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Bagley, no good.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
San Antonio.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
First personal foul.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
It's tough to find things to not love about Embiid's game. It's so complete. He's a true two-way player who is a nightmare you have to deal with on both ends.
It's Bridges on the wing. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
Love the frame and the length Castle brings to the guard position.
For the away team, Castle taking 2 shots.
He's off on the second.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Agbaji's got 5 points in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Castle. Lays it up and banks it in.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Here's Agbaji. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. The jump hook. Embiid, good.
The offensive arsenal of Embiid is phenomenal. He's capable of scoring in a multitude of ways.
Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Embiid misses.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Out to the wing. Pass to Suggs. And here's Bagley. Embiid covers. Here's Agbaji. 5 on the clock. Spurs need to get one up here. The three from Suggs. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And stolen by Suggs. On the wing, Suggs. They double him with Isaac. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Puts up a three. Drills it from deep. Agbaji's got 9 points now in the second half.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Castle. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Marvin Bagley the third.
Well, Richard, one thing we're seeing an emphasis on by the league, mental health.
I'm surprised it took people so long to understand how grueling of a mental task it is to try and be one of the 450 year in and year out.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Richard, with the new CBA in place, the middle class is starting to strengthen in the league.
And I think that's a good thing. You don't want minimum players and max players. There is a big gap between those two styles of play. There are so many players that fit in between. There's all-stars. There's young players that deserve a larger portion of the money.
Oh, got that one up quick. Castle's got 8 points here in the quarter.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs. He's off on the first.
Shooting for the away team. Castle.
Good on the second one.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Spurs.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team. Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
The opposition had no answer for them. The way they attacked them relentlessly was so impressive, man. That was a good win.
The first one falls.
And for the away team.
Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future. Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Drummond with the screen. Back to Mathurin. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Embiid. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Assisted by
Improving his passing is going to be key for Mathurin in the NBA. Looks like he's already on that path.
Kicks it out to Jackson. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
away team ball.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one.